Roger, welcome to Denver.
Well, it's great being here. I love Denver. It's a great city, and we've always had a lot of good activities here from our real estate company.
Roger, how do you see the economy?
Well, it's kind of difficult. I think that we're coming through a difficult time. I think what I worry a little bit about is with the stimulus and the government and some of the things have been done. I think there's definitely been a slowdown in the recession. I think it's moving in a positive direction. I don't know if it's permanent though, and until jobs start coming back, I just don't really feel as good about it as I should. It's definitely better than last year, but I still feel we have a rough road.
And Roger, how do you think Denver's economy stacks up to the rest of the country?
Well, Denver's affected. The oil and gas world has always been a big part of Denver, and the gas situation has been an issue. But overall, Denver stacks up pretty well when you look at the Phoenixes and Detroits and California and so Denver and Dallas are a little bit very similar. Houston. And southern Florida, there's difficulties around the country, and Denver is hanging in there as good as anyone.
And we've had a lot of foreclosures. We had ours before the rest of the country. Has that been a big issue that you're seeing?
Well, when you look back a few years ago, the housing market was over leveraged. I mean, and it happened in real estate. People were buying retail. Shopping centers or office buildings at 4, 5, 6 cap rates, and today they're probably if you could sell them, they'd be 9, 10, or 11 cap rates. So you really have a big difference in the value of the assets, and plus you were leveraging the assets. You could get as much money as you want to buy what you wanted to buy, and you were buying at cap rates that haven't worked. I mean, the value of the buildings are not there based on what they were purchased for. So there's going to be foreclosures. There's going to be a lot of restructuring. If the buildings were bought with a lot of equity and less leverage, then they can stay healthy. They still can have a cash flow, but a lot of the buildings, because interest rates are still reasonable, a lot of the buildings were over leveraged and they're going to be foreclosed on.
And Roger, both you and Mayor Hickenlooper this morning talked about it's not just dollars and cents and everything. It's also the human spirit, and that's important. The psychology of the market. How do you see that?
Well, it really is. I really have always believed that adversity reveals genius and prosperity conceals it. You really find out the best in people. You find out a lot about yourself in difficult times, and you got to kind of work together. I mean, there's companies today that are trying to prevent layoffs by having people take a cut in salary. So there's a lot of people do care about each other, and so there's a positive spirit that takes place in difficult times, and you find out a lot of good things about people, and you kind of fight through it, and that's what we're really I think everybody's persevering right now, and the government has stepped in, and the government, you got to Wall Street, I guess, is greed kind of caused some of the problem, and as the Wall Street Journal said the other day, it looks like greed might get us out of the problems too. So there's a lot going on that hopefully will not lead to inflation and high tax rates that are out there. So there's still some troublesome signs down the road that I worry about. But on the short term, I think we're making progress.
And one final question, Roger. The Broncos going to the Super Bowl this year?
I don't think the Broncos are going this year to the Super Bowl. They got off to a good start. The Cowboys come and play them here in a few weeks, but they're gonna have a good team. But I don't think they're Super Bowl bound this year.
So what's your prediction?
I feel that the Broncos will be somewhere around I think their best case would be 9-7. They could be anywhere from 7-9 to 9-7.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,